Gold is looking good here, whilst above its three major trend lines that we talked about just recently. Is silver not far behind too? We'll be discussing this in less than 2 minutes. If you're watching this, use the time codes below to go to your favorite part. But if you're watching live, you get to enjoy every single thing we do here at Good Morning Stackers, including the synchronized slurp within the first 1 minute of the show. That's where you grab a tasty beverage, I grab my tasty beverage, and we slurp them synchronously together wherever you are in the world. You must do it audibly. It is the honor system. Don't let the Good Morning Stackers family down. Here we go in 3, 2, 1. Slurp it, people. Again, we'll be talking about live gold, silver, platinum analysis. We'll also do Bitcoin and general crypto too. It's an interesting point there, but who am I if you're watching for the first time? I am Joe Main, coming to you live on X and YouTube from Melbourne in Australia. I've been a stacker of precious metals since 2010, gold and silver. I've been a stacker of crypto since 2013. I've worked in the retail bullion industry here in Australia for 11 years now. I do this weekdaily live show. Hit the big red subscribe button to join the GMS family. You get a warm and fuzzy feeling all through your veins when you do a big dopamine hit. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I do this and speak to all my lovely GMS people. So let's get straight back into gold, then we'll get to the shout outs a little bit later. Here is gold on the daily time frame, priced in USD, 2,696 US dollars. So we're back above. We're back into this. I want to call this the golden area. Oh wow! What an original name, the golden zone. At the moment, well, I guess you could call this, we're in the little bit of the golden zone at the moment. So we're back above these three major trend lines. We've been flirting with it on the daily time frame. We flirted with it above all three. So it's these ones here, above that one, above this more flat one there. That's the one that goes back to all the way to 1980. That's called the mother of all trend lines, the Moatl, as I've dubbed it, and this recent downtrend line. So now that we're back above all three, which we've been talking about, so we had an attempt. It was a failed move to hold it, and then now we're back above. So gold is looking good right now, so long as we remain above these. Now, you would say now the major one would be this uptrend line. So long as we remain above that, that would be good. Preferably above all three would be wonderful. So good setup. Now, does this take us to, and look, anything can happen. I'm not a financial advisor. Gold could tank from here and, head down here and then down here, okay? I have been, while we've been below these three major trend lines, I have been more confident and say, like I've said, 80% sure that lower prices were coming. I have to change my message with what the market does. Obviously. So while we're above these, I've got to say it's a big flip. This is the thing you need to understand. Big flip between 80% sure while we're below here to probably like, geez, I have to even say, almost, I wouldn't flip it and say 20-80, but I'd have to go at least 50-50, right? So at least unsure, or even maybe like 40-60. So just a 40% chance that we see lower prices from here, because these are three major trend lines that all coincided together. It was a confluence of prices, and gee, what do you know, we just happened to be we found resistance around about those three major areas altogether, not back here, not forward here, but right in the sort of the apex of all those three, right, where they crisscrossed, cool, right in that area. And so once we're above there, yeah, I'm going to flip it to like 40-60 at the moment. Even, look, I'll go 30-70, While we're above here, only a 30% chance that we see lower prices in like 2,500 US dollars. While we're above, it's looking good, okay? Silver not far behind. We'll take a look in a second. The final hurdle, as you know, I just need to see it climb above $2,735. For my new subscribers, welcome to all of you. 1,140 something subscribers on YouTube, 3,000 followers on X nearly. It's because of this high here and this low here with the Fibonacci, okay? Am I saying my techniques are the best? No, it's just what I find predictive for me. Cool, you do you. But it's this level right here, the 0.786, and that is at, if we do it exactly, it's at 2,735 roughly. 2,735 to the 0.786 level from this Fibonacci and this Fibonacci low. That's it for me. It might be quite conservative. Most people would probably say, hey, look, we're back above these three major trend lines. that guarantees, new all-time highs in gold coming really soon. Not for me. No, I need to see it climb over 2735. That's the level for me where I go, if you start clearing above 2735 and holding it and do that, now new all-time highs in gold coming days, maybe weeks, couple of weeks, maybe at most, rather than months and months and months down the track. Yeah, cool. But we're not there yet, but it's good to see gold is looking good. Cool, good. That's all you really need to know. We'll get to silver in a second and check, is that far behind? But yeah, positive move. What would not be positive? Obviously, a double top there, right? And, creeping back below all three trend lines, and that's not good. Obviously, that sets it up for 2605. That's my line in the sand. Very likely, if you come to test that one more time, it'll probably be the one that takes it out, more likely, okay? And then that will be a setup for there. So 30% chance of that, 40% chance of that happening at the moment while we're above. But if we start creeping back below, I'll flip straight back to 80%. It's like that because this is such a confluence of three major trend lines. Get it? Got it? Good. That is gold. We won't talk about higher prices until we're there. We won't talk about new all-time highs until we're there, people. That's gold in US dollars. Let's take a look at silver. Is silver not far behind? Gee, where have we found exact resistance on the daily time frame? We have opened the new day just before, okay? And hey, great news. We're back above $29.80. We're back above $29.80, the line in the sand, okay? We had a little move back down. While we are below here, and below $31, I remain 80% sure that lower prices are coming. Why? Because you can see this very often where you have a test of the trend line again. So these levels here, that forms the trend line. Okay, you could call that the forming if you want. Maybe that's the first test. Maybe the second test is the charm. Okay, but you can tend to then have a fake out and then head back down. Not exactly like that, but for something like that. While we're below the trend line, 80% sure that lower prices in silver are coming. As soon as that flips, I will flip again, maybe to that 30% chance. And the higher we go, it'll get to, less and less of a percentage chance that we see lower prices, down to that 28 kind of zone at least. Cool. But we just had a test of it right there. Bang. Isn't that interesting how trend lines and technical analysis work? Trend lines, it's very easy, okay? You don't need to be a soothsayer and a grand wizard that was weird. Grand wizard, that sounds iffy. Why does that sound iffy? I don't remember why that sounds iffy. Anyway, while we're above it, so while we're below it, I just got to say 80% sure. If we flip right here, all I need to see is it do this. Up to 31, come back and test, bounce off, and then start closing, not spiking, closing a week above 31. Close a week above 31, that's very positive. Then I'd say, yeah, I'll flip to like 30-40% chance that we see lower prices in silver coming. It's that quick. Cool. These are very key trend lines. And particular, as you know, if you've been following me since I started the show in June, $31 is my must hold for hope. We did it finally, and it's a little bit detailed, okay? We finally, for the first time in it was 9 years or 12 years, we finally closed any month. We finally closed a month above 31 US dollars. We did that in September last year. That's when I said, we're not just 99% in a bull market, where I'm 100% sure we're in a bull market. Cool. It flipped it to 100% confirmation. Yeah, you can have dips along the way, but because we closed that, I was confident that, if you have a higher price, and even if you have lower prices, that's just on the way. Okay, it's just lower prices on the way and good time to buy dips, and then onwards and upwards we go. So I'm still confident we're 100% in a bull market for silver in the longer term, because we closed that month above 31. It's as simple as that. For me, you do you. But that's why it's the key area that we've got to close above. Until we do that, I'm just remain 80% sure we see lower prices. I'm probably going to be wrong, very likely, and if I am, good news for everyone. Cool. That is silver. We won't talk even higher prices than that. Sorry, I'll move that. We won't talk even higher prices until we start closing above $32.50. Then we'll talk about, maybe breaking 35, coming up to the Let's see, that $37 to $40 area, the key Fibonacci area at 38.50. That would be the next major resistance level, okay, on the way to the all-time high. Then we'll talk about all-time highs and triple-digit silver, but we're not there yet. We just need to at least close above that downtrend line and at $31. Get it? Got it? Good. That's silver. Platinum. Different story with platinum. It has not had the same pump. It is following currently what I thought would happen so far. We had that rejection here above the trend line, this thick yellow one that goes all the way back to 2008. That was a rejection, oftentimes from a failed move. So failed move to hold is a fast move in the opposite direction. Cool. And we talked about yesterday, if you want to see platinum go higher from here, because you're not done with your buying, or maybe you're just dollar cost averaging and you don't really care whether it goes up and down because you're averaging your cost over time. But why am I drawing it again? Because I can just show you here. I did it yesterday and I've kept them in. If you want to see platinum go high, you want to see support here at 930 and then do something like that. If you want to see it go down further, you want to see 930 broken, retest, ignore the time frame, just watch the pattern, right? And then you want to see that, and that would say, yeah, confident heading into the belly of the best buy zone, watching out for 870 and 840 as the major bottoming levels. Get it? Got it? Good. Just in a trading range, no man's land, I guess. Technically, as you know, while we're in this area here, below this downtrend line, below the major one from 2008, I remain emotionally depressed for platinum, and I have to, okay? Although depression is a state of mind because I may want to be loading up a lot, and I won't be depressed if I'm loading up a very cheap metal down here, okay? But so far, that's the play. I think I lean towards that, more towards that, but we have to see what it does at 930. Does it hold or does it reject it and head back down? That is platinum. Gold to silver ratio quickly. Okay, gold to silver ratio in silver's favor in the last 24 hours. Yeah, all you need to know at the moment is gold has been the flavor of the monthly time frame. Let me get rid of all this junk. Monthly time frame gold to silver ratio. As this is going up, gold is outperforming silver. As this is going down, silver is outperforming gold. Gold has been the flavor for since May of last year, really, you could call it, okay? Move up, move down, consolidation down, move back up. It's really been the flavor. It might continue to be until it's not. As you know, for me, silver will not have confirmed its longer term over multi-years, right? A couple of years at least, its longer term dominance until it starts closing and holding below, not spikes. Now look at this. That's a weekly, let me get rid of that, below here, right? So if you're a silver bug, like I am, silver versus gold, it will not confirm it until it closes below 80.5, 80.6 technically, okay? And it had a little bit of a test of it, but look on the weekly time frame. That was a big spike down. What do we say about spikes? Spikes mean shit. It's all about where things close at. Cool, so it closed the week above, right? So that was a big move. And as you know, big spikes down like that signal that buyers are in control of the market, or gold was more in control of that gold to silver ratio market, right? And it went and sucked it all up and said, yeah, not silver's time just yet, and had a nice run as well against silver. It's got to come back down here. Once it does that, then we'll talk about lower prices and lower ratios, and we'll talk about 70, we'll talk about 50, all that, but we're nowhere near there at the moment. It is gold's time at the moment. Should you be buying gold now? Should you be swapping your silver for gold now? No, just hold. Just hold it. Keep buying silver. At one point, even if we creep higher and higher with gold, at one point it will tick over, and then silver will be the flavor for probably like a good year to 2 years. Okay, so you'll have a good bit of time up your sleeve to stack some more silver and then play that silver to gold to silver ratio if you want. You might want to hold silver for the rest of your life. You may not want to swap any silver for gold later on, even if it's down at really historic, getting down to historic lows. Okay, or you may not want to. That's your call. But for those who do, those are the levels. That's a gold to silver ratio. Very quickly, AUD to USD. What did we talk about just the other day? We talked about the fact that we were in extremely undervalued So I was asking the question a couple of days ago, is USD the place to be right now? And I didn't say yes or no, I was just giving you the case for yes and the case for no. At this stage, it looks like maybe not that USD is the place to be, because we've gone into extremely undervalued. Okay, so now we are currently, the Australian dollar is strengthening just in this last couple of days against the US dollar, but look, we're way down. Okay, it's got to at least get above 60. It's got to at least get above here. Okay, so you can call that your 65, 66 cents to say with any kind of confidence that the Australian dollar will continue to strengthen against the US dollar. Okay, just so you know, that's technically, I mean, it's good for some reasons in the economy, but it's not actually good for your US denominated held assets. Okay, so gold and silver, it's actually not good that this is going up. You want this to continue to go down so that the Australian dollar version of your gold and silver holdings, your Bitcoin, your crypto, everything that's sort of denominated in USD, that actually appreciates in your foreign currency. Cool. It's the same whether you're in Canada or France or any other foreign currency. Get it? Got it? Good. But yeah, currently strengthening against the USD, and all other foreign currencies I would say probably are at this stage, but nowhere out of the woods, right? This could just be a quick little rally and then back down. Who knows? I don't know, and neither do you. That has been all the precious metals stuff. Let's do some shout outs and then we'll talk about crypto, Bitcoin. Interesting. We've just touched 100,000 and we talked about that yesterday, day before that. That's the key level. Okay. We haven't broken it yet, but we'll talk about that, and we'll talk about, I'll take a chart request too today as well, but I've got to do my shout outs. This is how I'm doing the format of the show now. I'm trying to get the information based on the title of the video out straight away to keep people watching at the start. And then we do a little bit of a rest in between. And this is where I get to chat to my wonderful GMS family. Mark Florida says, GMS, I cannot stay, but I am waving as I pass by. Excellent. Jason Rosanna. Hey, bro. Hey, bro. Jason Rosanna, bro. Sorry. Hey, g'day, Stackers. Good to see you, man. GMS, hope everyone is doing well. Yeah, GMS. Now, for the uninitiated, GMS means good morning, Stackers. That's what everyone says when they get on the live show, on the chat. GMS and morning, you freaking legends. Agreed. Hagar Northman. I don't think I've seen you on here for a while. I do remember your thing, though. I do remember you being on before. Great to see you, mate. Great to see you. Neil, of course, is here. Niels, Han, Dynasty, buy silver, platinum, crystallized osmium. Still got to talk about crystallized osmium, and I have to reply to a couple of people about that thing. We've got to get them on the channel. Like, share, and subscribe. That's what you've got to do, people. Hit the big red subscribe button. GMS, hi, everyone. GMS, David G. GMS received my... Good on you, David. So David was one of the silver giveaway winners. Do I have any silver on my desk? No, I don't. Okay. At 1,000 YouTube subscribers, we did a silver giveaway. We gave away 3 coins, 2 coins to YouTube people and 1 coin to X followers. And David was one of those 3 and received the Wedgetail Eagle, the 2015 Wedgetail Eagle, for free. So great to see that was received. I think I forgot to send you the tracking number. Oops. So it would have just turned up in the mail. Sorry about that. That's awesome, David. Enjoy. GMS all can't stop. Hopefully tomorrow. Silver looking a bit better. Yes, it is. We just talked about it. I'm just going through the very start of the comments. Let's see. Mark Trottier. Great to see you on the show again. The silver squeeze has arrived. Potentially. I love the optimism. That's great. With rocket ship. That is fantastic. Now, I'm going to talk about Bitcoin and crypto now. Then if I have time, I will quickly do a chart request of some kind. I will give preference to something that I haven't looked at before. I love to do first live looks of things, okay? But if there's no first look things, then I will go back and have a look at something. I think I do need to update you. Oh, I need to have a quick look at XRP too, but that'll be part of the crypto thing. Cool, cool. Silver on the launch pad, said Mark Trottier. Quite possibly. Let's go to, sorry, Perth Bullion Exchange, perthbullion.com.au. Buy from perthbullion.com.au. My brand sponsor, one of my 2 brand sponsors. Buy from them. Why? Because they're the greatest bullion dealer in all of Australia. Yes, that's a big call from me, isn't it? That's a big call. Knowing that I worked for 3 of the major bullion dealers here in Australia. I was the first employee for 2 of them. Okay, and you know what I've done for all those, what I did at those bullion dealers, all that. I won't mention all the names, but Perth Bullion Exchange is the best bullion dealer in all of Australia at the moment. Okay, I absolutely will stick with that. Why? Great service, great range, great prices, quick shipping times. Also, your shipping is free when you buy over a certain amount. How much is that amount? You just need 20 or more items in your shopping cart. That's it. Not 20 of one thing. 2 of this, 1 of that, 3 of that, bit of gold, bit of silver, bit of platinum. As long as you have 20 or more items in your shopping cart, it's instant free shipping. It's free shipping. Australia-wide, express in most cases, unless you want to buy a particular company, then it might not be express, but it's free. So can you argue with that? Not really. perthbullion.com.au, and of course Wealthstack, my other brand sponsor, an unallocated gold program, perfect for those who are happy to spread their holding risk around. If you are a die hard, if I don't hold it in my hands at all times, this is I am mocking my own stacking community for a second. Give me a second. But look, there are people who are like, if I don't hold it in my hands at all time, then I don't own it. It's like, okay, fair enough. Do you stay in your house every day, or do you go to work? Do you leave your metal right anywhere? Okay, your house could get broken into, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so that's a very... it's a stereotypical thing here, okay? I do subscribe to if you don't hold it, you don't own it. But there are forms of holding it, okay? And because, look, I've had a great backseat ride to the bullion industry, okay? I worked for 3 major bullion dealers. I've seen how it all works in the background, so I am very happy to trust unallocated gold programs. It's where you're buying gold or silver or whatever, and you don't get to hold it yourself. They hold it for you, in storage for you. You do own the metal, but there's no storage fees, and usually the entry is much cheaper. Like the spreads are very cheap. So with wealthstack.com, you're only buying gold for spot plus 1%. Okay, no matter whether you buy $1 million of gold or $10 of gold. It's a great way to save and invest. And with Wealthstack, you're actually doing it with the convenience of a phone app. Android or iPhone. So head over to wealthstack.com, go to the About section. David Ski did an interview with the CEO a few months ago on the channel. Check it out on the App Store, or you can just go to the App Store on Android or iPhone, but that's what it looks like, just so you know. Wealthstack, one word, that's the icon, that's the user interface. It's all security based. You have to sign up with ID and all that. You can't skirt rules and all that kind of stuff. It is all on the up and up. Australian owned, Australian operated, Australian regulated, okay, company. And if you want to find out more, go to wealthstack.com, click on the frequently asked questions page and read the frequently asked questions. You can only get gold at the moment, but they will be adding silver, they will be adding platinum, they'll be adding a bunch of other financial instruments too. A debit card is in the roadmap, and physical redemptions of the gold is also on the roadmap as well. Check out the frequently asked questions. You'll love it. Wealthstack.com. If it's not for you, send it to your friends and family who you've been trying to wake up, okay, and they're not listening. Give them the gateway drug of Wealthstack, wealthstack.com. Get it? Got it? Good. Let's see. Let's go to Bitcoin and crypto. Ooh, righty. Oof. Okay, let's have a look. I will do that. Yeah. All right. Here we go. Let's take a look at Bitcoin and a couple of general crypto. We will look at XRP very quickly as well. Do a quick update from yesterday's thing, because they're at like $2.60 yesterday. Had a bit of a pump in XRP. But let's take a look at Bitcoin on the hourly time frame. Okay, I wanted to show you the 1 hourly, priced in USD 99,723. What had we been talking about? We've been talking about a couple of key levels. Of course, the $100,000 level. I'll pop this back on the daily. Cool. Here's the daily. What had we been talking about the last couple of days? This downtrend line, I've had this in since I drew this in last week, I think it was, and I drew this trend line in. Okay, it's very obvious stuff. Okay, it's charts play, right? But I said must clear here first in order to be confident that we are definitely seeing higher prices and definitely, the crypto bull run is continuing. Yes, people were saying it down here when we hit the $90,000 level and we had that big spike back up into this triangle area right here. Absolutely, but for extra one, like basically 99.99% confirmation, I had to, and I still do have to see it, close and hold above this trend line and above 100,000 US dollars. Cool. Psychological value, clear area of resistance previously, 1, 2, failed move, fast move to the downside, and then we've got to do it again. Cool, got it. And extra cautious, I would actually call it the 0.618. Now that's, I had mentioned this before. You're going to see my shiny forehead in just a second. I'm going to move this over to here just so I can see those levels. And I think it's at around about 102,000, 101,000 now. Okay, so technically, I need to see it clear above. And this is a really good sign. So just overnight, we've had a move. Gee, where did we have a move to and find exact resistance at? Ha! The downtrend line, okay? Where are we hovering around now but have yet to close the day? We've got another hour, 1 hour and 3 minutes until we start until we close this day and we start the new day. Preferably, I need to see it close above at least $100,000. That would be a good setup for the next 24 hours. If it closes down here, not so much, right? That means you could have a little bit of a tick over. Above 100,000 would be good. And obviously in the next hour, I'd love to see it tick and close above the day, above this downtrend line. And really the absolute kicker here is at $101,000. Why 101? From this high, this Fibonacci and this new low, recent low of $89,000, okay? It's the 0.618 Fibonacci right there. It's a key one, okay? You want to see it close above there. That's preferable. Look, but I will give preference to 100,000 and that downtrend line. That's probably good enough, okay? Start closing days, preferably. Days are good. Weeks are better. Months are the best. I'd like to see it close a week. I've got a couple of days though. But yeah, we'll start creeping above $101,000, and then basically you can say, okay, we're good to go. We're good to continue, okay? Probably good to continue from here, but you want confirmation, right? So that is Bitcoin looking good at the moment. Just need to hold above that $100,000 mark. Yeah, good, and preference to 101,000. That's pretty much like go time for Bitcoin. Cool, to continue the run. As my voice cracks. Once again, going out live on X and YouTube. Hit the red subscribe button on YouTube. Hit the follow button on X. You get a week daily live show. Precious metals and crypto, bringing the two worlds together. What else do you want to look at? Let's have a look at Ethereum. I will go back. I will do XRP specifically, and then we'll go back and do a chart request for something, a stock, a crypto, or whatever. XRP, yeah, look, not XRP. Ethereum, great, looks good, just not above the trend line just yet, and similar, very similar to Bitcoin. It's at its current, got to hold above at least, and that's around about your 3,500. Yeah, where would I call it? I was going to want to call it there at 34. I'm going to call it probably, I'll call it your 35. Yeah, I wanted to break 35 at least, but really it's really that trend line. So let's just call it there. Why is that a text? I want the text. Okay, so 3,500, clear and hold, please. I'm not doing it in, yeah, whatever, that's fine. Cool. And preferably above that trend line right there. Cool. Must clear and hold here. Get it? Got it. Good. Very easy stuff to see. Clear and hold here, looking very, very good. I would say the final hurdle is right here. That is at the absolute final. If you want to be really, really conservative, you could say it's at 3,740, right? 3,740, but that's probably just taking it way too conservative. Final hurdle, right there. Cool. Why is that a final hurdle? If I go to the monthly time frame, and again, it's getting a little bit liney here, but a little bit detailed, but you can see it's a key Fibonacci level at the 2.618. Cool, but yeah, I'd be confident. If it starts closing over the uptrend, this downtrend line, right here, then we're looking good, right? You could see something like this, where eventually it might tick back down from here. So we're not out of the woods just yet for Ethereum, right? But if we do this, come up to there, bounce off support, and then back above, go time for Ethereum. Cool. And that would that spells pretty much everything else going up at the same time. So those are those two. Looking positive for Bitcoin at the moment. Not above that hurdle of 100,000 though. Ooh, GRT. Looks like I might need to have a re-look at that. Okay, GRT, good. That's moving up. But I will show you. Yeah, that's what I have to show you right here. Let's take a quick look at XRP. Holy moly. XRP. What were we talking about yesterday? Yesterday, I did a video entitled, Is XRP Leading the Way? And we were at just hovering at, what price were we hovering at, people? And were we finding a little bit of resistance, but it looks like it was about to tick up over it? $2.60, the final hurdle for new all-time highs in XRP. We haven't broken the all-time high, but what I've been saying is because of the old high of $3.30, the old low of 11 or 12 cents, that forms these Fibonacci lines based on the Fibonacci sequence, and at the 0.786 level, which is the one I always favor for final hurdles, is $2.60. I said once we break and close, now we haven't closed, it's looking good, right? It's looking really good, but we haven't technically closed, okay? Double tops are a thing, right? You could double top here and then close this week below $2.60, have a quick spike down and close below $2.60. That's definitely possible. But while we're above it, okay, it's looking quite positive. When we close a week above $2.60, it's looking good so far, okay? That signals to me, okay, we're going to break the all-time high and we're going to make new all-time highs. That's very, very likely anyway, but I just want to see $2.60 hold on the weekly time frame just to be 100% sure, not like 99% sure where we are right now. Cool. And we're at $3.08. Okay, we're at $2.60 yesterday. Did you make any trades around about then? Did you get in at $2.60? Have you been riding it here? But look, the all-time high is coming at $3.30. What we do from there remains to be seen. On the contrary, on the good news is we are trending up into extremely overvalued on the daily time frame. That's good. On the 4-hour time frame, we're trending back up again. And on the 1 hourly, well, look, we've been hovering around there, but you've got room to move. It looks like at least $3.30 is a magnet, okay? So expect some kind of resistance at $3.30. How long that resistance lasts for, no idea. Could it peak and then have a little bit of a dip back to where it is right now? I would probably look at $3 maybe as a psychological value, okay? Unless we watch out for that $2.60 mark. Again, you could come back up to here and then retrace all the way back down to here. That's not preferable. Okay, I'd really preferably like it to remain above that. There you go. It's that $2.90 area. Let me pop it there. It's around about that $2.90 where, for example, this is all spitballing. I don't know where the price is going and neither do you exactly. But I would expect some kind of resistance here. Hey, if we don't get it, even better. Maybe back down to $2.90 and that would be a great setup. Okay, otherwise, if we don't, then we're looking at obviously a break of the all-time high. Then you go into price discovery. We top out at some point. You very likely tend to have a quick retest. Cool. But the all-time high is going to be tested in XRP at this stage, it looks like. So that's good news. So a bit of an update for yesterday. Other things are pumping at the moment. So crypto's pumping. Okay, you've got XLM looking good and a whole bunch of other things I could spend all day looking at all the cryptos, okay? But that's it for now, okay? So Bitcoin, as I said, hovering and flirting with its major resistance levels, not back above it yet. When we are, go time. The other good thing, I guess, when you look here, is the Bitcoin dominance is tanking at the moment. That's good news for altcoins, and we've got room to move on the 4-hour. We've got lots of room to move on the daily. Look at that, lots of room to move down. And of course, on the weekly time frame, you've got a lot of room to move down. What I would like to see for ultimate altcoin season to occur, the following needs to happen with others. With the Bitcoin dominance. The Bitcoin dominance needs to, and it looks like it's happening, okay? But you'll see full-on alt season, crazy, alts just going crazy, right? And we had a test of it, right? This was a bit of a test and a test the waters. It's like, no, you don't. So it was a failed move to hold this long-term downtrend line, okay? Long-term downtrend line, failure to hold, fast move to back up, okay? Bitcoin was having its time in the sun. You need to see that close above. Then that spells altcoin season on steroids. Cool. That's Bitcoin dominance. Finally, I'll just quickly look at others. Others is the altcoin market minus the top 10. What we were talking about the last couple of days, the fact that we had broken down below 330. We need to sit move and close back above. That is very positive. We're not over the tiny little, we're not over the downtrend final hurdle. But look, if you really want to play it safe, if you want to take the risk now, take the risk. You're back in this area here. Okay, good. Yeah, you can tick back over, so just be aware. If you want to be really confident, then you would want to see it close back above here. I don't know what that's the market cap, call it 375 billion, something like that. And then the absolute final hurdle, which if you want to be ultra conservative, because you don't want to take any risk whatsoever, pretty much, I need to see it. You would need to see it clear and hold above 404 billion, and then you do something like that with that kind of price action, onwards and upwards, alt season, baby. Cool. But some of you are very happy to take the risk. I'm happy to take the risk as long as you've got good stop losses in place and you're not betting more than you're willing to lose. Okay, cool, great. That's the whole crypto thing. Good. Get it? Great. Some comments, and let's take a look at a chart request if we have one, and some comments. The black swan will be the failure to deliver physical silver. That's what you're talking about for the COMEX, quite possibly. Major silver problems at the LBMA, is there? And at the CRIMEX, yes. The silver scam is over. I'm loving the optimism, mate. We always need our rah-rah-rahs. Views on Elton's possible X payment. I don't know what you're talking about. I haven't checked the news. What has Elon said? Views on Elton, you're talking about Elon, on Elon's possible X payment. Give me a second. I will not share the screen. I'm just going to check something here. Latest news on Elon and X payment forms. Okay, give me a second. The latest developments on Elon Musk and X payment services indicate that X is moving forward with its plans to integrate a payment system. Yeah. X Money launch. X has confirmed plans to launch its payment system named X Money. When was this? Was this just in the last 24 hours? X Money sometime in 2025. The system aims to transform X into an everything app. I'm reading Grok, just so you know. You can't see the screen. Similar to WeChat in China, where users can handle social media, payment licenses. When was X Money first mentioned? One second. Here we go. The term X Money was first publicly mentioned in early January 25. Specifically on January the 1st. Okay. So I don't know if that's what we're talking about. But anyway, I'm sure you've posted another comment. Like, share, and subscribe. Thank you. So views on Elon's possible X payment. If this is what we're talking about, X Money, X app, etc. Great. I honestly don't want to be an Elon fanboy. Like, every single thing he does is amazing. It's just the best. You can't do anything wrong. But geez, man. Yeah. It's a great idea to, I think, have X to be an everything app because it's freedom of choice. You don't have to join it. You know, if it's the everything app, it's where you can do your money, you can do your this, you can do that. You've got an X phone. You can actually make phone calls with X now. Anyway, he wants it to be the everything app. Great. You still have freedom of choice. Elon believes if you make something, and this is the exact opposite of government bureaucracy, of, governments getting their awfully bureaucratic, terrible noses into things. The more the government tries to run things, the worse it gets. The more the government just sits back and lets the free market make its decisions. And the more that companies are allowed to be as competitive as possible. If X is the best app on the market for everything, fantastic. So it should be. So yeah, X Money, great idea, I think, if that's what we're talking about. What I would love to see, and what I think will happen, I am almost certain of this, is that Doge will be some kind of in some way in that payment system. It'll be accepted for something. That's because it has to be, right? Doge to the moon. Yeah, I don't think I have any chart requests or anything like that. So that's probably it. I'll give you guys about 30 more seconds, 1 minute. I'll just give some quick plugs. By the way, anyone notice that I'm cleanly shaved today? Get your chart requests in, or else I'm going to end the show in about 1-2 minutes. Notice I'm cleanly shaved. Why am I cleanly shaved today? Well, I've got a gig. So as you know, I've been a performer as a lead singer. I've been a vocalist for 25 years. I'm so old. In wedding bands, corporate bands. I've done musicals, cruise ships, theme parks. I lived in Japan for a year. I was a blues brother in Japan. I've shown you that footage before. I'll show it to you once again. And I fill in with lots of different bands, cover bands and all that kind of stuff. I do backup vocals sometimes as well. I've done backup vocals for TV shows. I worked on a television show. Some of you may know that. I was a vocal coach on a very well-known television show, which had a reboot. About 10 years ago, I was on there, and yeah, a lot of entertainment. Anyway, I digress. I shaved today because tonight I have a gig with an 80s band, and I need to be cleanly shaven because I've got to put on like foundation, eyeliner, the whole like full-on 80s deal. Wear a long wig, not a girl wig, but like a long kind of like 80s rock kind of wig, and like a full-on outfit and everything. For a ticketed show. So if you happen to live, I don't think any of you live in this direction, but if you happen to live in the Geelong kind of surf coast kind of area, I'll be playing in Lorne, Lorne, with an 80s band, a ticketed show. Anyway, none of you are going to come to that, but that's why I'm cleanly shaven today. Normally you get the 5 o'clock cool, chiseled shadow thing. I think, yeah, man. That's it, people. I think we're going to leave it at that. That has been Good Morning Stackers for January the 16th, 2024. You will get another live show tomorrow morning. I do it every single weekday. Hit the big red subscribe button to join me on X. Hit the big red subscribe button on YouTube. Hit the follow button on X. And we'll do what we normally do. Live gold, silver, platinum analysis, Bitcoin, crypto. We shoot the shit with my wonderful GMS family. And of course, we do a synchronized slurp at the beginning of the show, but also at the end of the show. And you also get the double whammy of dancing it out too. It's the greatest time ever. Oh, GMS Vanessa, guess what? I'm ending the show. X payment to use Doge or XRP. Is that the news? I am not surprised. If that's true, fantastic. Is that the rumor? Yeah, I agree with that. Probably Doge. Ladies and gentlemen, that's been Good Morning Stackers. And let's dance it out, people. Grab your tasty beverages.
Good morning, Stackers.
Oh, yeah, we're feeling fine.
Good morning, Stackers.
It's podcast time.
Grab it.
Grab a tasty beverage. Let's get in the groove.
Let's do that.
Synchronized.
In 3, 2,
Now
1,
we're
slap
on
it.
the move. Good morning,
Ooh, that's good and hydrated. Thank you very much for watching. Once again, I'll see you tomorrow morning live. Stay safe, stay informed, keep stacking everyone, and have an amazing day. See ya.